Are you giving it everything you've got? Are you putting it all out there? Are you laying it all out there? Are you leaving it all on the field? That's the subject of today's Daily Dose. Look, it's easy to get excited. It's easy to have a great attitude. It's easy to talk about all the wonderful things that we want to do with our lives and all the great stuff that we want to accomplish. But are you giving it everything you have? I love what Gary Vaynerchuk says. He says, would you bleed from your eyes for your dream? And so a lot of folks will say that they will, but will they really? Will they really? You know, another thing that he says is, you've got enough time. You've got plenty of time, right? Don't tell yourself that story. Don't tell yourself that lie. You don't have any time. You've got all kinds of time. It's what you decide to do with your time, right? I remember I wanted to have a career in radio when I was a little kid. I was like 15 years old. And so I went up to the radio station and I asked the guy for a job. He laughed and he said, yeah, come on in. And he showed me how to run commercials during the San Antonio Spurs basketball games. And he offered me a job doing that like twice a week. I was at the radio station every night and every day on the weekends, and any day I wasn't in school, I was at the radio station. And and most of the time I wasn't being paid. If I wasn't actually getting paid to push commercials during the basketball games, I was in the control room listening to the DJs, watching them, studying them, talking to them, learning from them. I was listening to different people's styles, and I was learning how to do production. I was learning how to make commercials. I was learning how to do all this stuff on my own time. I wasn't being paid for it. Now, you have that luxury when you're in high school, right? For a lot of us at jobs, we don't have that luxury. But my point was, while my friends, a lot of them were out partying and doing this and that and the other thing, I was at the radio station learning. And guess what? That experience and that willingness to do what others weren't able to do allowed me to be one of the youngest music directors in the entire country at 19 years old. And I was working for a top-rated station. I got Station of the Year that same year. I was a music director there, and I was full-time in college, and I was living my dream in radio when I was in college. And I've gone on to do some amazing other things that have to do with broadcasting and communication because of that experience. I wouldn't have gotten any of those things if I hadn't been willing to bleed from my eyes during that short, brief period of time for my dream. So that's my question for you. Are you really giving it everything you've got? Are you pulling out all the stops? Are you burning the ships? Are you really going for it? Or are you just talking about it? And that's the dose. Have a great week.